How is it going, people? So, welcome to a little fancy football video. It's been a while. The international break is finally over. The last one, thank God for that. And we are back in action this weekend for the whole of winter, January, February, up until March, until another international break. So this is very good. It's very good news that international football is over. Obviously, the next time England will play will be with Thomas Tuchel. So I still think it would be interesting to see. And I think England playing would always be kind of exciting from now on because of the new manager, but also the World Cup 2026. We want to see what's going on there. But now the more important side of things, the Premier League is back. And now I have some fancy football dilemmas that I need to talk about. I need to understand, and I need to really solve. I have to solve these dilemmas. So let's discuss my plans for my team. Let's talk a bit about football in general. Let's talk about how the season's gone so far, and let's talk about how we move forward into winning the next few weeks of FPL. You know, we're almost going to be up to halfway of the season. We've got, quite a considerable amount of weeks to go, but we will be there. And obviously, it's a good landmark to think about how you're doing as an FPL manager, but also how your own team is doing. So let's have a quick look then. We are on 655 points. Our overall rank is 824,000. It's very mediocre. It's not ideal. It's very mediocre. And to be truthful, I actually haven't been on fantasy for a while. I have been on, but I haven't been extensively on it this international break. So my enthusiasm is definitely up there. But I think actually a lot of people have actually taken a decent break. So the enthusiasm will 100% come back, and it is back already. And it will be non-stop because we all want to do well with our teams. So do I have many complaints about my rank? Well, I do. I really do. There's been a few weeks where I've just been really weird. There was one week where I missed the deadline, so I overslept. And there was some clear and obvious transfers to do. There was maybe an even wild card. This was game week 4. So I had 2 weeks planning. I overslept on the deadline. And I didn't get to do my wild card that week. And I had a lot of players injured. They scored very badly. And that's why my team is called Indecisive FC, because we are indecisive. Things like this, we let it, leave it to the last minute. And what happens? Shit like oversleeping happens. So that was annoying. And then there was a week where I woke up 9:30. I was slightly hungover, and I thought, if I don't do my changes now, I'm gonna miss my changes. And this was game week. This was, I believe it was game week 8. It was game week 8. For the game week 8 changes. And so I kind of thought from game week 8, 9, 10, 11, let's look at kind of that period in a period of 4. I think the start of the season is quite interesting because you can look at games in periods. Now it's going to be a lot more difficult to look at games and fixtures in periods where, there's breaks in between. There's some clear and obvious agendas. So, for example, the Fernandes rise has taken place in the last 4 weeks. Because United have 3 home fixtures, they're Brentford, Chelsea, Leicester at home. So having Fernandes at the start of the season probably didn't make sense. But now that the luck is changing, obviously I do believe in the forces of luck. It is, not so much luck, but if you're creating chances, if your XG is good, if your minutes are good, the assist and goal potential is there, eventually it will pay off. Whether that's a fact is up for debate, but it will pay off, and that is what happened with Fernandes. So I identified Man United assets in that period. I think a few people did, and because they had 3 home games in 4, so you can look at batches of fixtures in periods, and similar as well for Isak as well. And also Watkins, he started the season with some dodgiest fixtures. Then he had some relaxed, decent-ish fixtures. And now, obviously, and even Palmer. So I don't have Palmer. I took him out. He hasn't done well in the last 4 weeks. He got 1 return against Newcastle. We got 1 return against Newcastle. Let's just show Palmer. He got 1 return against Newcastle. So, you didn't get anything here either. Let me just go to Newcastle. Yeah, so that was, in my opinion, that was a good move by me. I don't think this rank is correct. I should be a lot higher. I know I should be because I have played it okay, but it was just those 2 weeks really kind of fucked me over. But also last week's transfers were not that strong. Oh, sorry, I actually forgot to explain. So in game week 8, I woke up hungover. I had some transfers. And I decided, fuck, okay, let's just do some transfers. So what did I do? I wanted to put Porro Dallo and maybe a midfielder in for Palmer. I went with Foden. We'll talk about Foden in a bit. But somehow my phone had taken Vardy out for Antonio. And I pressed transfers and it accepted the transfers. And I didn't even see that I put Antonio in for Vardy. So I had to take him out. So I was raging. So then I just made a few more minus transfers because I was raging. Some evil demonic spirit took on my phone, possessed me, and showed me Antonio was somehow in the template draft before confirming transfers. And that really fucked me over. So it minus more points than it should have done. But let's just briefly talk about the last 4 weeks as we are looking into game week 12. I think things can definitely change. Amorim in charge now. We have a Chelsea fixture swing. We have Arsenal resurgence. We have Man City on the back of 4 losses. Are they going to get into form? We have Liverpool that are flying high right now. Are they going to stay like that? There's a couple of dodgier fixtures in there. There's Tottenham that you have no trust with Tottenham assets. They're losing to Ipswich at home. They're smashing one team 1 week. They are the weirdest team known to man. They're the Spursiest of the Spursies. They out-Spurs themselves many times. There's a fixture swing for Aston Villa now, so it's really interesting. Things going on. There's West Ham. Are they going to start rising up? Is Jared Bowen going to become a hot asset? Maybe. Are Palace ever going to, are they going to win some games? There's so many questions with lots of teams. There's the Wolves run. What are they going to do in that run? Are they going to keep some clean sheets? There's some easy fixtures for them. So there's some fascinating situations. Newcastle as well, a small fixture swing. If we look at this, it's definitely, pretty large fixture swing. We don't even have to talk about Villa and United here. Ipswich and Leicester and Brentford and Palace and West Ham. These are games that Newcastle will look to win. So it's really, really interesting. Every team, there's a lot to talk about. There's the return of João Pedro. There's a Brighton fixture swing. In terms of the hard fixtures, it probably is mostly Man City that have harder fixtures in the upcoming weeks. There's the differentials there's the arguments with the 5 millions, the Semenyo, the Rodgers, the Smith Rowe, which is a very, very interesting debate. There's the premium debates. There's the Man United assets, what they're going to do with Ruben Amorim. Again, some maybe not the strongest run, but a couple of games where perhaps the Fernandes punt would have been good. Is it too late for it? Maybe, if we're looking at this is not that strong for Man United. Also Fernandes, he is quite expensive, but he's on penalties. But now he's just got into rhythm with, the last few games. Is he going to come out of rhythm? Who knows? Højlund, I put him in because although Ten Hag sacking could have been there. Sorry, what do you mean it could have been there? It was there for a while. Højlund I put in because, under Van Nistelrooy, I thought maybe he could do something in these 3 games. He didn't do anything against Leicester. Fernandes was the one, but I don't think it was a bad punt. Now I'm very confused whether he's going to play. So that's a different circumstance I have to navigate. The fixtures for Brentford as well, the Burmo, will he probably be escorted out a lot of teams? That's very interesting. So let's just quickly go over the last 4 weeks. So if I can remember anything, probably can. So this was the week where I was hungover / drunk / possessed by an evil spirit that somehow fucked me over, and I made too many transfers because Antonio was in my team. Somehow, I didn't even see it. So this is stupid. Maybe I should become a creator doing a live stream so I can finalize. Foden I brought into my team. That was a mistake, sadly. I don't think we anticipated City's demise, but obviously, I think a few people did anticipate maybe some losses arising. But I thought maybe with Foden back in the team, he could get some of his old magic working. He will do that. But these probably, in hindsight, weren't the strongest fixtures. Bournemouth away, Brighton away, you think, okay, open game, City can do what they do. And yes, they should have scored. Haaland should have had a lot of goals in these games, and he will bang in the next few weeks. But it just didn't work out. It didn't work out, and I probably should have gone with my initial thought of this batch of four going with Fernandes. So I think there's lots of different micro elements to everyone's team and some players. So that just didn't work out with Foden. It's a bit annoying, and I don't know what to do with him because, okay, maybe now he's had a few games. Is he going to get better, or am I going to miss out? Spurs home, Liverpool away, Palace away, Forest home. Are they going to park the bus? I don't think park the bus teams even do well on Man City. To be honest, Foden's always actually pretty good against low blocks, but fuck knows who's going to play for Man City. Who on earth is going to play for them? I've got no idea. So everything points to him being a bad asset. It really does. But I just Tottenham at home is not a bad fixture at all. 5:30 under the lights. City, Guardiola signed two more years. It's a positive energy somehow in Man City. Guardiola is here for the next 2 years. The best manager on the planet is staying. So apart from the charges, it is what it is. They're only 5 points behind Liverpool. De Bruyne is back. The defenders are back. It's just a mini crisis. It is hilarious though. I love all the discussions. Anything in the media, every year the media gets bigger and louder. And to be fair, Kovacic is injured, which is very good for us at Liverpool. Amazing that he will not be there. We should fucking obliterate them at home. They have no defensive midfielder. Gundogan has no legs anymore. De Bruyne is still an amazing player, but he hasn't got as much energy in the bank. Let's be perfectly honest. Lewis Gundogan, Matheus Nunes is not reliable defensively as well. So we should beat them at home. It's not even a draw. We beat Man City at home. And we will win the league 100%. We will win the league. We are fresh. I'm going on a Liverpool talk. We are fresh. This midfield is fresh. Everything is very fresh about Liverpool. Gakpo, Diaz, everything is very good. You cannot stop a vehicle that is moving with great momentum, great energy, great desire. Everything points in the good direction for Liverpool. We just need a few players back. We need a few players back. So let's have a look at my team for game. Sorry, I didn't finish with the previous. So that was the game week 8. Game week 9 arrived. What did I do? The transfers. I can't remember. I think I put Burmo in and fucking someone else. I don't know. Game week 9 was that was Aston Villa home. Was that? No, that wasn't game week 9. That's apologies all over the place. Friday evening. I had too many fucking beers, mate. Game week 9 was, mediocre week, slightly above the average. And Burmo, the highlight. But no Palmer, no Saka. Obviously, this week it wasn't too much joy. But the last 2 weeks have been, again, somewhat mediocre. To be very mediocre over the last few weeks. I rolled a transfer in game week 10. I wanted to hit Isaac. I wanted to hit on Cunha, and the Isak one was really, really annoying. I wanted to get in on him, and these are good fixtures for Newcastle. I actually predicted Newcastle to beat Forest, so I didn't get in on Isaac. It's really annoying. I don't know whether I can be bothered to kind of put some energy into Alexander Isak. So Dalot Porro transfers were embarrassing. Who you would have thought maybe United in these 4 fixtures keep one clean sheet. They did, when they got fucked over against Leicester, which was really fucking annoying. This was a good week. This week was a very good week. The Haaland captain hasn't hurt my team. I did take Haaland out this week. That was a big move of mine. To take Haaland out for Cunha, Højlund, and Solanke. So Cavallo and Vardy and Haaland were flipped out my team. Definitely. Matheus Cunha. Højlund, again, I spoke about that. Solanke in hindsight, was a bad decision. I think I should have gone for Alexander Isak or Joao Pedro. Maybe not Joao Pedro because he just coming back from injury and did what he did against City off the bench. So that's really a bit too much. But this was a good week. The Lewis Mikalenko, I think a lot of people had that debate. When with Lewis, a mistake again by myself. The Lewis is an annoying one because we're seeing how he's playing. He's getting a lot of chances, very active for Man City. But the clean sheets haven't been there. The attacking returns haven't been there. But the minutes have been there for Rico Lewis. Mikalenko, it's like, with Everton, if you have them starting, they're not going to keep a clean sheet. If they're on your bench, then you're gonna get some bad luck because they will keep a clean sheet. The Vissa one. Another one that I didn't miss out on, but I contemplated was Yoran Wissa. I had a feeling with Brentford's home fixtures he would automatically ban because it's him and Burma that actually do the only shit for Brentford. It's annoying. I could have jumped on him. Who actually did I go for? Let me just hold on one sec. Who? I could have done it. Yeah, I could have done it that week, or maybe not. Maybe not. Let me just hold on one sec. Oh my God, yes. I bought Calvert-Lewin. That, again, a massive mistake by me. I bought Calvert-Lewin in game week 9. Everton, what did they have? Fulham home, Southampton away, West Ham away. Massive mistake. Massive mistake. Massive mistake. Massive mistake. At the time, I don't think it was because Everton won a decent run of form. It was getting some chances, but they're just such a bad team to watch. They're so bad. It's a joke. So that was a huge mistake, huge blunder. Seriously embarrassing. So many better cheap forwards. I could have gone for Wood, Wissa. I don't understand. Sometimes it makes some really weird decisions. So there's a mentality and a psychology that definitely goes into the transfers. What the herd is doing, what the herd isn't doing, what the creators are doing, what they're not doing. You want to play your own game, but you have to look at what other people are doing. You're competing. If you play your own game, it's not going to work because you have to assess the field, of course, in fantasy. So we want to get as many points as possible. I hope by maybe game week fucking January, whatever that is. Let's have a look. January, game week. Let's say game week 20. Hopefully by game week 20, when I think this is FA Cup weekend in this period. So by game week 20, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game weeks away, we are maybe top 100k, maybe top 50k. I think that would be really, really good. Top 50k would be insane. That would be really, really good. So let's talk about this pick team. Let's talk about that right now. It's not a good team, in my opinion. Let's go. So Sanchez as an asset for this week and heading forward, I think it's fine. Robert Sanchez, he will play in goal for Chelsea. They will keep a fuck ton of clean sheets, definitely, in this period. I think I will keep him. At the end of the day, you can rely on some clean sheets from the traditional top 6, obviously, maybe apart from fucking Vicario, because Spurs can't do anything right now. So I think that's all right. Fabianski, if he wants to stay in goal, that's fine. It's my other keeper. I'm not too worried about that. That's all good. Great points last week. That was actually a good decision of mine to start Lucas Fabianski at home to Everton instead of Sanchez. I think that definitely was very, very helpful. Very, very helpful indeed. Dalot for this period is someone I have to keep my eye on. Let's look at the period of 9. The fixtures are not strong, in my opinion. They're not too strong. If we look at this in a period of 9, we can look at away games and home games, which I think is quite useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Indeed, 9. Man United will have 5 away games, and they have. Am I doing this wrong? I might be doing this wrong. Hold on one sec. I don't. Never mind. I'm doing it correctly. They have 5 away games and 4 home games in this period of 9. That's something to consider. The home games are Everton, Forest, Bournemouth, and Newcastle. Probably some clean sheets going on with Amorim. Maybe a new energy, a new resilience, potentially with Manchester United. 3-4-3, 3 at the back, slightly more defensive there. But Luke Shaw is back. I think Yoro was pictured in training, maybe. So as an asset, as a man, Dalot, he's done terribly in the last few weeks. But then at the start of the season, he was pretty strong. Let's be honest. So it's just really annoying. I think that's really bad luck. And he fucking missed an open goal against West Ham. He missed a 1-on-1 against Brentford, and he got substituted against Leicester. What the fuck? It's crazy. That just wasn't a bad choice. Really missing an open goal against West Ham. He missed a 1-on-1 against Brentford, and it's very annoying. I'm going to keep him because I think the next 2 are decent fixtures, and if he plays, he plays. Let's just check the availability of Man United defenders. He's Portuguese. That could help with Amorim's selection. So we'll think about that. Luke Shaw, probably not fit enough for this week. Ipswich away. So we'll look at the Man United predicted lineups. As far as the next 2 are concerned, I will keep with Dalot. Porro, he's on my bench for this week. Let's look at Mikalenko as an asset for the next 9 games. No way, Jose. He's definitely going to get shipped out soon. In fact, the next 3 are okay. I wouldn't have him starting United away. Brentford home, Wolves home. Could keep clean sheets. Probably won't. But I don't think it's an urgency just now. But obviously, we have to monitor our assets next time. Against Lewis as well. Big conundrum. Kovacic's injured. I don't really care, to be honest. Lewis is not going to do well in every single one of the games. So as far as I'm concerned with Lewis, I don't give a shit anymore. Porro, he's a twat because he's not doing well for my team. I put him in game week 8. I could have, again, Ipswich home, Villa home, West Ham home. Where were the clean sheets? Nowhere to be seen. Tottenham are rubbish. But, you always feel he could do something. But I think 5.5 is slightly expensive. And the next few fixtures are not entirely strong for Tottenham. So he might hold, Fulham at home. I could definitely see a clean sheet and an assist. I could definitely see something from Pedro Porro. Minutes always good. So he's just going to be one that will do shit, get a clean sheet, blank for 3 games. So maybe I think there's some stronger players to get in the next, upcoming games for the 9. Wout Faz, I don't really need him. I'm very strong on the idea of having all players that all play for the next 9 games, the Christmas period. Very, very important to have players that play. You need a deep squad. So I've got 5.5 million in the bank. It's very, very healthy. I've got to make the right decisions here. Rodgers, let's talk about Mr. Morgan Rodgers. Not having him away to Tottenham was annoying. Big transfer to Liverpool. I think he's an incredible asset. These next 5 for Aston Villa are insane. Really, truly insane. How many away and home do they have? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games in the next 9 for Aston Villa. Then they have Chelsea away, Forest away, Newcastle away. In fact, I'm looking at Mr. Ollie Watkins as well. But that's a very interesting asset that a lot of people are debating over. Very expensive, good asset. I think I think the debate on Ollie Watkins is very interesting. Why not have him? He's on penalties. We assume he's on penalties because Douglas Luiz is not there. We think that he could kick on. No massive hauls from Ollie Watkins so far this season. Villa struggling, but they're a type of team that will bounce back. I think they're a type of team that have shown they can work well with some heavy fixtures. They have got a big squad. Look at this, all these defenders, and they do have quite a decent midfield. And, they've got Duran Watkins. So the minutes wise for Watkins may not be strong, but, if he's scoring goals, I don't care. And we know Watkins is capable of fat fucking hauls. And there hasn't been many in the last few weeks. Let's look at that. Nothing. 1 goal against Fulham. So he's due a goal, Mr. Ollie Watkins. I could take him in. I could put him in for Solanke this week. But I've got to think about Højlund. So let's carry on discussion. If anyone's still watching, if anyone still cares. Mohamed Salah will stay in my team probably for the whole season. I think the next, this Newcastle away, Everton away is not strong. But I'm calling the shots well with Liverpool this season. And I have captained Salah a few occasions. So I know how to call the shots. I obviously predicted us to actually win the league at the start of the season. Just saying. Because I know Liverpool inside out. Mr. Mohamed Salah, I don't think he can come out my team. He just can't leave. It's not like no player is immune from substitution. Let's talk about that or transfer out. But he cannot leave. He will not leave. And the rhythm is with Salah. We are very reliant on Mohamed Salah right now. A lot of things are through him. In the tight games, it's Salah that will find a goal. It was Salah that will find a break. It's Salah that will get in the box. It's Salah where we'll get in a scrap. And even still, he can play a lot better. Liverpool can obviously still improve. We can still have games where we're winning 3-4-0. We haven't won one game this season by 4-0. We're still waiting for that type of thrashing. We didn't thrash Villa. We didn't thrash Chelsea. We drew to Arsenal. We beat Wolves and Palace by 1-0. Maybe that's not on us. I think the standard in the league is very strong. Man City, the great Man City, are losing to Bournemouth and Brighton. So thrashings might, are less, not as easy as they might come, as they may have used to come about. Let's put it like that. We didn't thrash Brentford. We didn't thrash Ipswich. But Salah cannot come out my team. Man City home, that could be a haul. Southampton away, that could be a haul. Newcastle away, Everton away, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Wednesday night as well. Maybe after the lights, Salah could do something. But obviously we have Diaz, Núñez, Gakpo as well, finding form. All of them finding some strong form, I must say. So definitely I will keep Salah. I know sometimes, there may be times where he's not favoured. There are some games where he does go missing, and it takes a skill to identify that. But it's not really a proof this season. He's basically delivering every single game. But the big games, I think, are his best. The big games are the ones that he enjoys the most. Everton away is a shit fixture. Spurs away, I don't think is that good. Newcastle away could be okay. Newcastle away could be okay. So let's just relax on Salah. Foden, we spoke about that. I've got to think about that. Smith Rowe, thank God he did something against Palace. I wanted to take him out ages ago. I found myself saying, oh, fuck, well, I'll just have to keep Smith Rowe. And he's a good player, good on the eye, creates chances for Fulham. And thank God he did something against Palace. Should have had a second. That was not offside in any fucking form whatsoever. So I'll keep Smith Rowe for this week. Maybe Brighton at home could be good, but then I'm going to ship that guy out because I don't need Smith Rowe in the long term. And Burma as well, I will ship him out soon. I will ship Burma out my team. Wonderful asset. Very, very wonderful asset. Leicester home could be strong. Everton away, Brentford away are really bad. They're really, really a bad team away from home. So I could discard Mbeumo this week. Højlund, I got to think about this one. I don't know if he's going to start. I can't be bothered to just not see him on the bench. No, I can't be bothered to see him on the bench this week. That would be really, really annoying. Højlund may have to go. And Cunha, we're going to keep Matheus Cunha for a long time. Very, very good asset for the next 9 games. Penalties, central to what Wolves do. Really, really skilled, good quality player. Creates his own chances, gets a lot of assists. I believe Wolves will get some wins under their belt because they're not that bad. They're playing good football. They have been very unlucky with the fixtures as well. So let's see what Wolves are made of. I think it's slightly unfair because, they had really tough fixtures that they're not expected to win. But now they're kind of expected to win these other fixtures. maybe, it's the pressure's on for them. They've got to start winning games. But I think Gary O'Neill he's strong enough. Yeah, Gary O'Neill's he's a good manager. But I don't think Wolves are that strong in their team, but they do play exciting football. So that's that. And Solanke, really annoying. I kind of wanted to put him in 2 weeks ago, so I would have got that haul against Villa. The 2 home games for Spurs were good potential. Blanking away to home to Ipswich was disastrous. So again, Solanke, I don't know. I could take him out. So let's look at some transfers. Now, onto the actual important point. Look, I want to get Saka and Palmer in my team. I want to create a team like this. So this is what I want to do. I don't have a wild card, but let's just have some fun with it. So if you're watching and you want some ideas for a strong defense, let's just talk about some of the defending assets. I think Timber's a great shout for the next few weeks. I think Dean, again, I've seen a lot of people talk about Dean. I think he's someone I will go for. I genuinely think there's some good attacking potential there. And if he doesn't start the Champions League, if he starts the Premier League, that's fine. If Liverpool winning 1-0, Matson can come on. I think there's genuine potential. I really do. And I had him at some point in the season. I fucking took him out and look what he's done. Clean sheet, goal, assist, whatever the fuck he does. So there we go. And we're still waiting for an annual Dean free kick. That could arrive. That could definitely arrive. So Timber, Dean, who else for the upcoming games? Nori is one, but I didn't have him in. Let me just check. I made a draft. I did make a draft. Oh. Un momentito, por favor. That could be. So Timber, I think, is good for the period that Mr. Ben White is injured. Yeah, Estepinian is someone I want to go for. Definitely. I want to go for Estepinian. If you're wildcarding, I would definitely put him in. Purvis, Estepinian. I've seen him get very attacking in the last few weeks, very attacking. So if he continues to start, I think that's a strong potential in my opinion. Brighton as well, clean sheet potential. So we hope and pray if I do have Estepinian and he starts and finds some goals. I think that's a good potential there. Ipswich, their fixture's okay. Chelsea, you could go for a Chelsea. I was thinking maybe Reece James, but he's fucking injured, so none of that, please. Cucurella could be potential, but he's not that attacking. Let's be honest, for Chelsea. Lewis will be out. Dallo will be out unless... Forest, yeah, the fixture swing for them is not strong. Liverpool, I don't really need our defenders, to be honest. I don't think we need... I could go with Konate. I kind of wanted him at the start of the season, but I went with the stupid Kwanzaa experiment. That was never going to last. Kwanzaa's so bad. Dallo for the 9 fixtures is not strong. I just can't do it. It's just not strong enough. For the next 9. So I will take him out. Can't bother with that. For the next 2, I'll keep him in. But we're looking at just players for the next 9 that are very reliable, very strong, and also some rotation potential as well. Let's look at, fine, fuck it. I probably would go for Nori with some beautiful fixtures. And then we would have someone else. Finally, who would we go for? Maybe Konate. Might have to be Ibu. Yeah, what a legend. 5.4 is climbing up in terms of price. But yeah, a stable assets. You know, they're probably an injury. Touch wood is to come. Hopefully, doesn't touch wood. Whatever fucking expression that is. Hopefully, that has come. I think the ceiling for Ibra is actually very limited. So maybe we could find something else in the next few. Palace, not strong. City, we know, is not that strong. Could double up on the Arsenal, maybe. But, you know, potentially it's time to cheapen it up there at the back and maybe just go for one of the 4 millions. Twanzebe is an interesting shout. He might come back into the fold if you fancy him for these two fixtures: Palace and Bournemouth at home, Ipswich. I can't work it out. Who do I want? Whiteford's still heavily selected. Look at these fixtures for Southampton. My fucking God. They're so in the mud. Oh, that is grim. That makes me want to throw up. They are so mudded. It's a joke. They're so mudded. Alrighty. So what about Anderson? The clean sheet potential for Fulham is very limited. They're not very clean sheety, even though last week they kept a clean sheet. Forest away, Palace away. How do they keep clean sheets there? And nothing at home. Nothing at home for Fulham. Are we going to see any West Ham resurgence with their squad? Is Mohamed Kudus back? No, he's not. No, Mr. Mohamed Kudus is not back. These are fixtures I like. So, West Ham defender. Who would we go for? I have no idea, because they will be fine. They will be fine. We know West Ham will start winning games and score goals, so Bowen could come in, but they're not actually that strong in Antonio. I don't rate. Ings is a substitute merchant. Hunt, he's just a sub merchant. He can't play a full 90. Paqueta, attitude problem. Kudos suspended, but he's their best player. We all know that. Wait, how is he suspended until the 3rd of the... What the fuck happened there? Wait, what the fuck? What happened there? Oh my God. Why was it a 5 game? I didn't even fucking know that. That is so dead. Wow, that's really dead. Okay. Mohamed Kudus in the mud. What about Todibo? Does he play? Yes, he does. Jean-Claire Todibo. Jean-Claire Todibo. Guys, get him in your team. 100%. Todibo. Mavropanos. Oh my God. Jesus. Where is Todibo? Is he a centre back or a wing back? I don't fucking know. So where was I? We need to find another defender. Let's go to Todibo. So that's that. 19.7 in the bank. In fact, I could probably somehow put Haaland in my team. I could somehow... Wait, no, I don't think that's possible. We want to get Saka. Guys, we want to get Saka and Palmer in my team. Arsenal are going to come back. There is no way Arsenal do not come back with a massive fight. If I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't be too disappointed because, well, you could be disappointed. But there's no way they don't come back storming. I think they play amazing football, by the way. And they will bounce back. Odegaard is a very, very good player. Martinelli, Trossard, not as good as Saka, of course. Havertz and Gabriel Jesus. I think Gabriel Jesus will get involved with some goals. But Arsenal, they got to see their temperament. They got to see how strong they do. We're going to see Arsenal that are very tested, and the belief might be low in the Arsenal camp, but they are not paid millions a year to just trudge around the pitch because they're 9 points off the top. So what they have to do is just keep winning games and do what's in front of them, and they should do the job to the max. And still, it's not the end of the world if you don't win. But, there'll be questions of Arteta. There will be questions. But if Arsenal show a good spirit for the rest of the season, if they show a good attempt for the rest of the season, if they stop moaning about injuries and moaning about referees and actually put in a performance, then they should be fine. But the thing is, whenever things don't go their way, they cry. They're already 9 points beneath Liverpool. Whenever shit doesn't go their way, they cry. They have a terrible mentality. It's so embarrassing. So they will probably cry a few more times this season. But Bukayo Saka, 3 goals only in 11 games. There's surely a lot of potential for Bukayo Saka to haul. And I need to get this lovely, lovely player in my team. So Bukayo Saka ahead of Foden. I think that would be a smart move. And Mbeumo for the long run, I don't think he's strong. So if I could take out Mbeumo and put in a bit of Coldini, again, that is strong. I still have got some good attack. I've got a penalty taker, Mateus Cunha. In fact, I would want to go for Watkins. I think it's still strong to have Ollie Watkins in this team for this. Look at that. They've got 6 home games in the next 9. Leicester home, Brighton home, City home, Southampton home. The only away games, Chelsea away, Forest away. Not that entirely strong. Could most certainly bench him at some points. Could most certainly see how Mr. Watkins is doing. But still, this is a man that should be getting 20 goals a season. How many has he got so far? 5 in 11. That's not on course for 20 goals a season, in my opinion. Just short of 20 goals a season. So Watkins hopefully will bang triple Villa, maybe, for the next 9 games. So then there's also debate to Nicholas Jackson. He's been really, really good this season. I probably should have had him at the start of last season. Do you know what's really funny? I had him at the start of last season, many, many weeks last season. And I was saying to my peers, it's not my fault Jackson keeps fucking missing sitters. Oh my God, well, if Jackson fucking could score a sitter, he would bang. And what is he doing? He's scoring goals. He's scoring goals. So this is really impressive from Nicholas Jackson. Arsenal home, United away, Liverpool away. Nothing major. But look at these fixtures now. How on earth can you not have Chelsea assets in your team? I do expect the goals to be shared, in my opinion. I do expect Madueke to get involved. I do expect Petronas to get involved. I think they'll see some Chelsea defenders. Notoriously, Chelsea have defenders that do score a few goals. Thiago Silva did it. John Terry, of course, Gary Cahill. So they're going to fight. And in my opinion, they're not even out of the title race. They are not out of the title race. They're the same points as Arsenal. In fact, they're level with Arsenal. They're only 9 points behind Liverpool. There's a massive, massive fat fucking season left. So Sancho and Kunku on the periphery. João Felix on the periphery. But Madueke, Neto, Palmer are the ones for Chelsea. So I think there's potential. Palmer. But if you have Jackson, you're taking up a place. So, there's also Fernandes as well. But I also want to take out Smith Rowe. I somehow got to take out Smith Rowe. So 12.3, João Pedro is the one for me. He's the one for me. Penalty taker. And a 6.8 for the next 9. We've got to think, who do we want? Who do we want? Do we want João Pedro? I think we do. I think we want to exploit Brighton. I definitely think we do. Even Alexander Isak, I'd kind of want him. Listen, maybe I should go for Alexander Isak. But I can't. 3.8. If I can't get him in, then I would have to go down on my defend. Actually, that sounds bad. I will have to go for defenders that have less of a heavy price tag. So the Timber one, I think, could give you reliable points. I think he's a certainty to play, let's be honest. Dean Estepinian, not necessary. Todibo, maybe not necessary. Why don't we go for, an Ipswich defender? Oh, fuck that. Well, Tadibo, no, fuck it. You know, I want Tadibo. He's cheap. At West Ham are going to get some clean sheets. 100%. Where does he even play? Jean-Claire Tadibo. Le French, Tadibo. Tadibo. Is he... where does he even play? I don't actually know. Bear with me one sec. We are West Ham's club, bro, my. 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 We are West. He's a centre defender. Okay, fair enough. I thought he could be like a Ben White. He could play like a centre back on right back or left back. Seems like a versatile player to me. I could be completely wrong. I actually don't know. Right, so he's playing with Kilman at the back. No Mavropanos. Wow, they don't have many options. I can't lie. What's happened to a man like Ogbonna? What has happened to a man like Angelo Ogbonna and Kurt Zuma? Wow, West Ham. No wonder they're fucking conceding. They have no defenders. That's embarrassing. So I would keep Tadibo. Estepinian could downgrade on Estepinian. Could downgrade. But Brighton, I do believe their assets are strong. What about, oh yeah, Lewis Dunk will be back. What about Jean-Paul Van Heck? Jean-Paul Van Hecker. 4.5. I think potentially, yeah. But that still doesn't give me enough. Does it or does it not? Let's have a look. Because this would be really strong, ladies and gentlemen, if it could work, but it doesn't. So Alexander Isak's gone up in price. It's what happens when I'm fucked, by the way. The fucking deadline's tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do, but I'm just basically curating a team that I would like. Maybe if I had a wild card, would be really, really good. But I need to make this team. That's the point. I've got to try to make this fucking team. So we would we would deliberate on this position. I would like Estepinian in because I just think Christmas period, it's a time for, expression. It's a time for goals. It's a time for, it's a time for joy, and it's a time for creativity. So that is Estepinian in a nutshell. Let's be honest. And this, no one's parking the bus now. You want to try to get wins. You're not trying to consolidate anything. The advancement in football. Want to play good games. No boring shit over the winter. Let's be honest. So, although maybe the cold might stale things up. Who knows? Right. So that is a defense I kind of want for the next period. I think it's relatively strong. Definitely look at this for West Ham. Come on, there's definitely some clean sheets going on here. It's not much about here. Could be some clean sheets. Maybe. 4.3 for West Ham defender. Not too bad. But then look, we have Saka, Salah, Palmer, Rogers, Watkins, Mateus Cunha. Again, Joao Pedro. If I go with Joao Pedro, I have to find a 6.8. Let's just pretend I do go with Pedro. Who would be my final midfielder for this system? Well, look, at Newcastle, there's potential. Are we going to look at Manchester United? Hold on one sec. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very interesting weapon, and it is Marcus Rashford. Oh, fuck, he's 6.9. What the fuck? Hopefully, I might get some price changes by the time, but 6.9, Marcus Rashford. Is he going to be revolutionized under Amorim? Well, I think he'll get a lot more love under Ruben Amorim. I think his style is definitely more suited for Ruben Amorim, but it's about the player. And Marcus Rashford has been struggling for a long time. Definitely struggling, but we don't fucking know what the plans are for Amorim. We actually do not know. I have no idea. He'll go for a 3-4-3, but who the fuck is going to play? I've got no clue. So if Rashford is going to play up front, there's potential. There's a lot of potential. Garnacho, maybe. I think there's room for United asset. That's what I would say. There's definitely room for United asset. But again, the fixtures are not that good into the medium term. Arsenal away, City away, Forest home, not that amazing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even like Newcastle at home. Wolves away. Don't even like it. Bournemouth home. That's all right. These are good. So I don't know. I'm a bit stuck with my team right now. Maybe we could have a look at any Man City. That is a good point. So any Man City. Wow. I mean, it doesn't really matter what fixtures play, but Savio could be a little option. That could be really interesting. That's incredible. I think he's going to play a lot. I genuinely think Savinho is going to play. Does he play every game? He was injured. Wow. I think Savinho is going to play every game on that right-hand side. He's the only outlet they have on that right-hand side. Foden could play. I don't know. He has played many times on the right. I don't know. I have fucking no idea how City's set up anymore. The only player that starts every game is Haaland, so I don't have him. But what if? Do we have room for Haaland? No, we don't. We don't have room for Haaland. But look, I actually think that's all right. I actually think having a City player, like Savinho, maybe. I have a feeling Haaland will start every game. Grealish Doku will switch on the left. Savinho and Foden might be on the right. The De Bruyne, Gundogan, Nunes maybe in the midfield. Let's say Kovacic is back. Kovacic, Gundogan, De Bruyne. Or maybe De Bruyne, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva. Okay, so let's just do Watkins. Fuck it. If Savinho doesn't play, he doesn't play. I have a good enough defense. I have a good enough depth. Obviously, that defense wouldn't be final. Savio, sorry. So, Savinho, there. Look at this. Look at this strong team. Wow. I think this would be incredible for the next 9 games. I really do think that would be incredible. Let's have a look at City. How many home? I think we've got 5 at home, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Liverpool, Palace, Villa, and Leicester away. So I think a decent enough fixture run for City. Maybe not in the short term, but the medium to long term. That's absolutely fine. This is very strong. We haven't spoken about Rodgers, but I would keep him around. This is a beautiful wildcard team for now. If I'd probably go with this if I had my wildcard for the Christmas period. So there we go. Let's move on to actually talking about how we get to this. How do we get to this? How do we get to this? I have no idea how we get to this. Okay, so Tadibo would be out. Dado would come back in. What the fuck? Estepinian and Nori, I don't think they're necessary for this week. Away fixtures. Clean sheet likelihood. Not as strong, but listen, I think there could be some clean sheets this week. I'm actually filming this from Poland. So you can see Viaplay has all the matches. It's kind of crazy, actually. One sec. Some steak as well. Lewis, not having it. I might take him out this week. Mikolenko, I may have to play him this week. Brentford home. So he could stay. Timber. Let's just keep Timber in. Let's just keep Timber in. Let's just keep him in. And Porro out. Well, let's just kind of keep Faz in. He was the other defender. I'm not really too keen on Porro. Maybe in the next two after City, maybe. So that is Timber and Dean there. I think in the short term they're pretty strong. 2 home fixtures for each in the next 3. Savinho, well, we don't need him this week. We have Smith Rowe, that's fine. So we can keep Smith Rowe. Man like Emil Smith. Oh my God. Can we just stop mucking around? Look, but there's no really massive standout performers. Like Smith Rowe's not been that good, but he is up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is in 7th. Sorry, 6th. He's in 6th, and he's not even been that good. So, there's no right or wrong answer in this game, but I just think Palmer, Salah, Saka, obviously the standouts. So we have Smith Rowe, that's fine for this week. Rodgers, we have him already. Palmer, Leicester away. Now, if I do this, which is, interesting, that'll be 20 points. I'm not going to minus 20 points. I mean, I could. Let's just say I do this. I think this team gets 100 points this week. So I'm not even joking. I genuinely think this team gets 100 points. I would play Mykolenko, Timber, and Luka Dean. Excuse me. In fact, maybe I don't actually need Timber this week. Because I can play Mykolenko, Timber, Dallo. It's annoying. It's a clean sheet potential for Arsenal, actually. I think they could keep clean sheets in any game, to be honest. They'll get the defense sorted now. Saliba, Timber, Calafiori. I think they'll get it sorted, possibly. Okay, so let's say I don't need one of them. I kind of want Dean, but fuck him. Chelsea away. But Palace are fucking shit. They don't have anyone. Mateta. No Eze. I don't think so. Ismail Sarr not started properly. Look at this. They have no one. And their defense is embarrassing. Fucking Palace. Nketiah out. Wow. They have no one. So Dean, probably. It's annoying. I would have him. All right, let's just forget the defense. How do we get to this? Well, Foden and Burmo, I just don't think Foden's strong. But I'm also not keen to bring João Pedro in this week. That's the thing. And I want Palmer and Saka this week. It's a joke. So, Højlund, I might have to bring this Donny back. Rasmus. So that would be minus 16. Still not indefensible. Watkins, he's the keeper. I don't like the Solanke fixture. So do I do this? I could just do this now. Ladies and gents, I could do a minus 16 right now. Foden. I don't understand. Why would City play Foden on the left? I have Doku. Grealish injured. Wow. I need to know whether Højlund's going to play. I don't have to. I need to know. Ipswich versus Man United predicted lineups. All right, but maybe I'll stop the video there. Anyway, you can see what my plans are. You can see how I'm going to try to make that template team. I got to do it structurally. I got to do it, carefully. But listen, maybe I just forget about these defenders. Hold on. but I want to shore up that defense. I don't think Umbermo and listen, I don't think Umbermo and Foden can do that badly. I think Palmer and Saka will do very well, but I do think Foden's a good asset. Look, it's weak. It's so annoying. I think he's good. I think he's good for Tottenham. He's good. Ah, fuck's sake. No one thinks Højlund's going to start. What the fuck is this crap? Oh, okay. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay, maybe Højlund does. He literally coached Goikas, whatever his name is. So I'm kind of fucked. I have to put Solanke on the bench then for City away. I think a sensible move would be Timber. Oh, fuck's sake. But then how do I get to fucking Aït-Nouri? Aït-Nouri Estepinian. Oh, God, this is so annoying. We've got to work it out, ladies and gents. Do I want Palmer out this week? No, I don't. I want him to, but I need him in that Fulham game. I like Bournemouth game. No, fuck it. Okay. Luca Dean. Timber. Fuck you, Woutfez. Fuck off. I'm going to put Dean and Timber. Because look, I've got to have a strong defence for the next coming games. I mean, come on, Fulham, Bournemouth, Southampton away. I could relax with that. All right, so that would be Dean and Timber. Could be 2 this week. Burma, what's the point of taking him out? Leicester home, Everton away. Some potential. Foden. Listen, it's not a bad fixture, but I might have to take him out. So, bye-bye, Foden. Who would I go for? Palmer or Saka? Probably Saka for the home game. But Chelsea are going to batter Leicester 100%. 100%. Palmer scoring in the first 15 minutes, 100%. He's going to get a brace in the first 15. Fuck yeah, I'm going Palmer. Palmerini, welcome to my teamie. And then this would be a Timber and Luca Dean. Okay, strong. But then I could do a -12. Solanke Højlund, I'm not loving it. But Solanke, Fulham home, Bournemouth away. Might have to keep him. So Watkins and Pedro were the other ones. I think I'm going to miss out on Watkins, but maybe it could be saved by that Chelsea away fixture. Listen, hopefully he doesn't bang in a hat-trick. Could have Rodgers as a cover, but I do want Watkins in the next, in these ones. Let me show you. These beautiful babies. Okay, so thanks for the video. I'll hopefully make a decision. Hope you enjoyed it. I would like to do a little short segment on Liverpool. I think we'll win the league 100%. I actually think we were challenged. I said before, last season we challenged. No one agreed. We did. We fucked it against United at Old Trafford. This season, we've corrected a few wrongs. We've won games we probably would have drawn last season. We're looking fresh. Hopefully we strengthen in January, although that's just basically asking for a miracle because FSG are the worst owners on the planet in some respects. They're not going to strengthen in January. City will strengthen in January because they weren't, they don't sit still. We do. Interested, monitored FC. So in the whole fan base are calling for us to sign. So hopefully that happens. As long as we remain, steadfast, resolute, and disciplined, I think we can win the league. We're 9 points ahead of Arsenal. We've shown our standards and quality in every game. We've finished at the Emirates. United away is a game we have dropped points many times before in crunch moments. That's finished. We've got to welcome Arsenal at Anfield, Man United at Anfield. We would have Tottenham at home as well after we go their way. So we've got a good home games against the big guys. We'll have Brighton and Villa away in the second half of the season. But, I don't think that's too scary in my opinion. But, just, I think we can win the league. I really do. I think we will win it because I just believe in the strength of our attack. It's really, 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 really good. Salah is a machine. He's a robot as well as Haaland, let's be honest. Gakpo, Diaz are monsters as well, in my opinion. Darwin Núñez can be unleashed a lot. So we've got to maintain the hunger, and hopefully everyone just plays really well, stays fit for the whole season, and that's what they train for. That's what they're paid millions to do. And you do a job for the whole season. You don't just do a job for a few months. You do it for a whole year. That's just the nature of everything. So I really think we have a lot of potential. Jones, Elliott, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Endo, Hazaro, and Chiesa. Man, like Federico Chiesa. I think he's great. I really do. I think he's going to be very useful in cups and FA Cups, hopefully this season. And we should be fine. We should be okay. Gomez, Kwanzaa waiting in the wings. Bradley as well. Pray that Ebru stays very healthy. So I think we can do it. I think we can really do it. The next 9, let's just talk about that. Southampton away, I think we win. City at home, I'm just going to fucking say a draw. Newcastle away, I think could be a draw. Nah, fuck it. Southampton away, we win. City at home, we win. Newcastle away, Everton away, I think there's 1 draw in there. Fulham at home, we win. Spurs away could be a draw. Leicester home, win. West Ham away, hopefully that's a win as well. So then, that is, let's just be nice. Let's say we don't lose. We hopefully won't lose. Is there a loss potentially? Is there a loss potentially? Yeah, potentially there is a loss in there. But look, in the next 9 games, if we win 7, that would be very, very good. If we win 7 of the next 9, that would be very good. The City are not the same City. They have no Rodri. So we just got to relax. If we win 7 of the next 9, that's good. Hopefully, we win against Southampton. If we beat City, that would be incredible. I think we have to beat City. And I genuinely think that is the biggest game of the season. Against Man City at home, if we beat them, we'll be 8 points above. 8 points above. We have wiggle room. Beautiful wiggle room. And so big up the fucking Reds. And hopefully my fantasy team can do well. Thank you for the video. I shall see everyone soon, and thank you. Peace and love. How do I stop this? End the recording.